the preview show presented by Toyota. I'm Alex Weaver. I'm now going to be joined by Jonathan Merriman. Kevin Harvick gets it done at that first race back at Darlington. We knew it was a matter of time before the 4-car with Rodney Childers could get into victory lane. Little did we know it would be the first race back, and it would be his 50th career win. He looked like the machine to beat all day long.
You know, after last year, they were extremely motivated. And even last week on Backseat Drivers and the preview show, we kind of talked about who's going to be good at Darlington. And we said a patient crew chief, a patient driver, and a driver with experience. And Kevin Harvick checks all those boxes. No surprise that they were really, really fast at Darlington and really didn't disappear out of the top 5 all day. Was up front for a majority of that race. So Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers get it done, 50th career win. So, I mean, that moves him up on that list of all-time greats, and they had to earn that yesterday. That was not an easy win by any means.
This is the first time, and I can't tell you how many years, that NASCAR is going back for another points race in the same week at the same location. We head back to Darlington on Wednesday. Kevin Harvick will start 20th, however, but he gets to keep that number 1 pit stall. Do we think that it's going to be the 4-car? It's a little bit of a shorter race. What's the outlook for them?
I mean, Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers are going to bring a fast car to the racetrack. It's not going to be the same type of race that we saw. We don't know what weather's going to come throughout the week, so it could wash all the rubber off the racetrack. But it's also going to be a lot cooler because we're going to run it at night under the lights. So it's going to be a completely different ball game. It's almost going to be a completely different racetrack. But week in and week out, these guys bring fast cars off the truck to the racetrack. I don't foresee anything being different on that front. Can Kevin Harvick overcome a 20th place starting spot? I think he can.
Yeah, when in doubt, I would go put my money on Harvick to overcome that. I do have to give a shout out, however, because we've talked to them throughout the break of racing with John Hunter Nemechek and Tyler Reddick. They finished in the top 10, first ever time in a Cup car at Darlington with no practice and no qualifying. So kudos to those Sunoco rookie contenders. It was a great race for them. Well, let's take a look at our Toyota race preview for what we can look ahead to this next Wednesday, because I picked Denny Hamlin. I'm not going to lie, in the last preview show, and he looked strong at points but didn't really have the finish. He was the highest finishing Toyota, however, at 5th. But can we look? They tended to get stronger throughout the remainder of the race, especially in the last stage. So what's it going to take to get those Toyotas running where they should be at Darlington?
It's just going to take time, and I think, you know, they've knocked some rust off. They made a lot of gains through that race. Truex in particular, Kyle Busch came from the back all the way to the front, had a problem, finished 26th. So I'm not worried about Toyota. I'm not worried about Joe Gibbs Racing. It's only going to be a matter of time. The time may be right for them, you know, once we turn the lights on at Darlington and the sun goes down, especially for that 19 group. They really impressed me. They struggled so much in the first half of that race, and then it just clicked. And then, you know, they were fast. But, I mean, Eric Jones, he is one of the best drivers at Darlington, hands down. Comes home with an 8th place finish, was running super strong there. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to see a win come from the Gibbs camp.
Well, you mentioned it. You don't see it out of the possibility. So I have to ask you, is it Toyota your pick to win on Wednesday?
No, I'm doubling down on my man, Jimmie Johnson. I was so upset when he, you know, basically kind of wrecked himself out of the lead there racing with Chris Buescher. I think Jimmy's going to find that very motivating and come back and run really well. Hendrick Motorsports is on fire right now. And with the way that they ran, minus, you know, one guy wrecking out of the lead and William Byron's incident that he had through the race, I mean, those Hendrick cars are super, super fast right now. Look for them to capitalize.
Yeah, I won't say what I yelled at my TV when Jimmy wrecked, but my TV got a mouthful. But I'm going to stick with Hendrick because I think they have gotten such a strong start to 2020 already, and now they've picked up that momentum even as a break in racing happened for a couple of months. But I'm going to go with the 88 of Alex Bowman. He looked strong. I thought it was his day at Darlington at one point. He just couldn't quite catch up to the 4.
He's got a lot going for him. He's got a win already, locked into the playoffs, just signed a contract extension. He is trending upwards.
Well, it is sure going to be interesting when we are heading back to Darlington for the Toyota 500 Wednesday night at 7:30 on FS1. Don't miss it.